Namaste, let's go live for another bicycle live stream on Saturday the 26th of October at 7:17 a.m. and I have ridden 36 kilometres. There's a very strong wind out here, but it's behind me, so let's hope it stays that way. And this morning's topic is the crucial difference between being vegetarian and being vegan. And the crucial difference, and good morning Helen, thank you for watching, and Ruth, thank you for watching. And the crucial difference may not be what you think it is. See, I got in the morning before you did, Helen. And Candice, thank you for watching. So the crucial difference may not be what you think it is. So let me just set a foundation for this. And before I do, let me just say, I was discussing this topic with my girlfriend last night, and she is very, very good. She has been very good at allowing me to see other people's perspectives. I've been vegan a long time, and I tend to have a very vegan viewpoint. Nothing wrong with that. But she has an ability to see things a bit wider than I do sometimes. And she said to me, she said, go easy on the vegetarians. She said, they're making steps, in the right direction, better than being a meat eater. And I'm like, okay, I'll keep that in mind. So here's to you, gorgeous. I'm being respectful to vegetarians. So what prompted this live stream was actually not the discussion I had with my girlfriend last night, but it was prompted by one of the most popular posts in recent times on my page, and which was the one that over 200 people liked, and it's countless number of people shared. And it may not seem to be related to this topic, but what the post was about, the 24-year-old guy who broke into an elderly couple's house to rob them at knife point, not knowing that the man, who I think is in his 70s, was a former boxer and also in the military, I think it was, and he he was very, very good at defending himself. And I posted this meme, and a lot of people really related to it very strongly, and they thought it was what's the word I'm looking for? I've lost the word. Poetic justice, I guess you could say. I thought it was understandable that it happened. And I started thinking about that and why did it resonate with so many people? And I, connected it back to the fact it was probably because underneath a lot of things, we have a dislike for injustice. Or to put it another way, we like to see justice performed. And I think that meme was really showing in a very direct way, a very basic way, that justice had been served when the young hoodlum tried to steal from the older couple, and he got his comeuppance. And of course we know spiritually that this is known as a karmic reaction. And that's a whole topic that I've spoken about many times before. But let's go back to how that ties back to. That got me thinking about how we all have a need for the right thing to be done. I'm against injustice, and it would seem that a lot of other people are as well. And, that becomes a foundation of being vegan. But I want to talk about a crucial difference of being vegetarian versus being vegan that I haven't seen discussed much before. Now, I base this on knowing a lot of vegetarians and a lot of vegans. I base this on having interviewed over the last 4 years a lot of vegans who were previously vegetarian, and so therefore I've had the ability to get a lot of feedback, a lot of information. So this is not just speculation, this is actually, from what former vegetarians have told me that have become vegan. And one of the things that we all know, and regular watchers of the Vegan Hour will know, that when a person goes vegan and they previously were vegetarian, if they make that leap, it's usually because initially they were against the animal suffering, and they thought by being vegetarian that was helping. And then they find out about the injustice of the dairy industry and the exploitation and the rape and the enslavement and the murder, and then they sort of wake up to that situation and they make a massive change. So we're aware of that. We're aware that that's a common thing, and maybe you watching this now also experience that. So that's a common thing. And a person then makes an ethical choice in that situation. They go, okay, I'm no longer going to support any animal industries. And it's not just a matter of diet, of course, because that then becomes a case of eliminating the exploitation of animals. My contribution to the exploitation of animals as much as I possibly can and as much as I'm possibly aware of. However, this is not the crucial difference. That is the most important difference, because it is about the animals. Being vegan is about the animals, and we all know that. But the crucial difference is a vegetarian is still, in their diet, taking in animal proteins, animal fats, and interestingly, with a lot of vegetarians I know, when they went vegetarian, they cut out meat, fish, eggs, but they increased their dairy consumption. And this is a crucial difference and a very important thing to be aware of, with why there is actually a world of difference between being vegetarian diet-wise and being vegan diet-wise, and then of course becoming an ethical vegan who is going to make sure they don't contribute to animal suffering, whether it's through animal testing for animal use in any form. So let me just concentrate on this intersection, because it's an intersection and I need to concentrate on it. So just bear with me a second. And okay, we can keep moving. Right, so if you are, and I'm not judging here, but if you're a vegetarian and you are still consuming animal products, biologically, the effect that is having on your body means that you have not made a disconnect at all. You've not really got away from the effect of animal proteins, animal fats, and apologies for the strong wind. And so therefore, it's very easy for a vegetarian to slip back, because you're already supporting the animal industry, to slip back into eating other animal products, because you're already eating animal products. You haven't made that disconnect, because a vegan makes the disconnect, the clean break. And that clean break happens with our diet, with what we wear, with what we support, with not going to zoos and circuses that have animals performing, and that sort of thing. We make a clean disconnect. But a vegetarian, and you'll see this if you have vegetarian friends, they'll still be wearing leather shoes. They'll still be, they have leather handbags. There won't be there's not a big change to them at all. There's not a big realization. It's not really all about the animals. I know in some level they may think it is, but it's not. And because they are still consuming animal products, it's still having an effect on them energetically and biologically, on their body, their mind, their spirit, and it doesn't bring them to that higher energetic level that we need to be at in order to appreciate the love for all life. This can only be achieved on an energetic and biological level when we remove all animal products into our system from what we're eating, and also the support of them energetically. So that is the crucial difference, that being vegetarian is a step in the right direction, but it's a long way removed from the ethics, the understanding of veganism, of doing no harm, of not supporting animal exploitation and slaughter in any form at all. So have a think about that, because that fact that vegetarians are still contributing to animal consumption and are still having animal products really puts them in a very similar category, I'm yelling because of the wind, to a meat eater who's still contributing to it as well. So a vegetarian's far more likely to go along and eat at a place that's contributing to animal cruelty, and is far more likely to purchase clothing or furniture or cosmetics or anything without even thinking about the animals, because it's not really about the animals for the vegetarian. So there's a crucial difference. And there was one other thought I wanted to close with, which if I can remember it, I will. What was the thought? The thought was, oh God, thank God the wind stopped. No, that wasn't it. No, the thought was, just keep that in mind when you hear about these so-called vegans that, and as Anna Karina says, the dairy industry is the meat industry, and that's absolutely correct. Think of, when you hear about these so-called vegans that say, I'm no longer vegan, they weren't, in my opinion, vegan in the first place. They were plant-based, but they hadn't made the ethical decision to be vegan. If they had, they would still be vegan. They would find a way, not an excuse, to continue supporting veganism and helping the animals rather than giving up on it. So it's getting windy again. I'm going to leave you with it. Thank you for watching Live Vegan and Save Lives. Hope you have a great day, and mention that we've got a vegan luck in the park today, and it's looking like it'll be fine weather. It'll be windy, but it'll be fine weather. So thanks for watching. Have a great day. Ahimsa.